Lil Rel Howery has really made a name for himself as an actor after coming through the ranks of a stand-up comedian. Especially, he has been known for combining comedy with seriousness in the roles he plays. Someone has even labeled him as the new Kevin Hart, a position he may claim if he continues on his solid path. The first movie he became known for having a role in is in the movie Get Out from 2017, which was a movie that gained high recognition and won a couple of awards during the 2018 Oscars. In the movie, he plays the security officer Rod Williams, that is the best friend of the main character played by Daniel Kaluuya. He was in the role credited for blending comedy with seriousness, and although the main awards went to the director and the guy in the lead role, this role served to further advance Lil Rel Howery's reputation as an actor. The role serves as a blueprint for many of the roles he has later played, especially in later comedy movies, which is his real strength. The next movie he became known for playing in is in the movie called Bad Trip alongside Eric Andre and Tiffany Haddish. Think of it as a movie that looks very much like a Borat movie, where you actually prank real people. Alongside Eric Andre, he is part of a formidable comedy duo in this movie that serves you a lot of laughs and make you appreciate that there are actually comedy movies, not afraid of stepping on everybody's toes in a world where creators are very careful not to offend anyone in their movies. Once again here, Lil Rel Howery does a credible role alongside Eric Andre that may do more of the crazy stuff in the movie, but Lil Rel creates the fine balance here by trying to be more serious character in the movie to balance out the craziness. It is really a movie about the need to get away from your personal issues and start a new life, and that's very well portrayed here. The next movie he played in was the highly clever Free Guy, where he played alongside Ryan Reynolds, and although of course, the main character got most of the recognition. He does a credible role here as a police officer and makes the most of the screen time that he is given. Seeing this movie really serves to recognize the standard character that Lil Rel Howery plays so well, and unlike Kevin Hart, he is not too much. He brings on a fair balance that in later years has actually made me enjoy more and more of his unique ability to act in that kind of role. Well, yes, he is a crazy character, but manages to balance it out. The next two movies he has gained recognition for playing in are two comedy movies alongside John Cena, where the first movie absolutely was the best. In Vacation Friends, he is part of the more serious couple that balances out the crazy couple played by John Cena and Meredith Hagner. It is that particular contrast in many of the scenes, especially between John Cena and Lil Rel Howery, that makes this a highly funny movie. And it is really here you see one of the strongest roles from Lil Rel, as this guy that clings on, trying to be serious as well as managing to be funny at the same time. Without him in the movie, it would not be nowhere near as funny as it was, but of course Meredith Hagner and John Cena also contributes to what is one of the few crazy comedies in a genre that these days are lying on a deathbed waiting to collapse. That's why we need more actors like Lil Rel Howery that has a solid stern ability to make crazy comedies work. One of the next movies he played in, The Mill, is a movie that may have not been seen by a lot of people coming to the streaming service Hulu, but here it shows that he can carry a thriller movie. We all know he played in Get Out and was good as a supportive act, but here he carries the whole movie as this man trying to climb the corporate ladder, but finds himself stuck in a mill. The reason that the movie is highly underrated comes down to how Lil Rel manages to play the role in a movie where he is almost the only actor that is seen, where it's all about fighting against yourself, the brutality of the corporate business, and it really shows where you can go if you push yourself that little extra mile. But I especially feel you see all the emotions wrapped up into one performance by Lil Rel Howery here, from despair to anger and from sadness to real joy. It is a movie where you feel he comes full throttle in his performance, and it is really a shame that more people haven't seen it, because he becomes really full circle in his performance here in a movie that is more towards a thriller, which really puts him out of his comfort zone, but he really delivers in a character that at first tries to find out what's going on, but then surely but slowly understands what he needs to do in order to survive. The movie really shows that Lil Rel also has something to do outside a comedy movie. At the back end of last year, Lil Rel Howery starred as Santa Claus in the movie Dashing Through the Snow alongside Ludacris. Here, in this particular role, where it is all about a father taking his daughter on a ride on Christmas Eve, he absolutely carries the movie in an impressive way with all his Santa fun facts, and in a way he just manages to be the funniest actor on set. in a crazy movie, where he is this character that may be one of the funniest Santa characters ever in a movie. He fights cinnamon and he sweats glitter. It is really a movie that shows Lil Rel Howery's earlier mentioned ability to combine seriousness and comedy. Although he may be a little less serious in this movie, but it is just enough to balance out the seriousness of the main character played by Ludacris, which plays a character that hates Christmas so much that he does not believe in old Saint Nick and the Christmas magic. In itself, this is a clever made movie in terms of a comedy, where you find some jokes that might appeal to you, whatever age group you are in. Of course, someone may find it a little over the top, but as a more non-traditional Christmas movie, I think it is made way funnier than a lot of Christmas movies out there today, where it is all about creating the perfect Christmas rather than focusing on the characters, unlike in this movie. Although there are other crazy characters in the movie, like the Santa Seeker team with their own automobiles trying to track down Santa, which just adds to the ridiculous, funny arc of this movie. Lil Rel Howery outshines them all, and it may be one of his strongest acts yet in a comedy. I certainly look forward to see more of Lil Rel Howery's work in the next few years, and already I think he is making a mark for himself, not just in comedy, movies, but in other genres as well, and I can't wait to see him rise even more in the next few years.